So here's a little video to show you how to use the radioactive dating simulation on Phet. This simulation can show you what happens to the levels of different radioactive isotopes within different types of materials. Let's take a look at something living first. So what I'd like you to do is press the plant tree button and watch the tree grow, and keep an eye on the level of carbon-14 in the tree while it's alive and after it dies. Let the simulation play out in full and make note of what happens to the levels of carbon-14 in the tree. Next we'll look at something that isn't alive and never has been. So change the selection to rock on the right hand side and erupt your volcano. Now you'll see that there's no reading for carbon-14 in the rock, so you want to change the type of radioactive isotope you're monitoring to uranium-238 in the panel on the left hand side of the graph. Now that we know what happens to the level of radioactive isotopes in different materials, we can use this understanding to try and date different objects. It's worth making sure that when you're checking the age of something, that you're looking at the correct type of radioisotope. If it's living, carbon-14; if it's not, uranium-238. You can see that if we hover the probe over different living things, that they have different amounts of carbon-14 present in them. You can then use the graph above to try and date those objects. The slider on the graph can be moved to different positions to match the level of carbon-14 present in each item, and that will give you an estimation of the age. You can type that then in the box and check your estimate. Just remember to then switch to uranium-238 when you want to check the age of something that was not living. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is find out the age of all of the things on the screen shown and write them down either in your booklet or on some rough paper.